Hello, everyone, and may the peace of the Lord be with you. My name is Amanda Schuster, and I thank you for returning to my video series on virtual VBS. In our last video, I talked about the different media platforms we could use to present our virtual VBS to our students. Today, I'm going to be talking about the material that you'll be using for your virtual VBS. Now, I know this may sound crazy, but there are two different forms of VBS you could be using to present. You could use the standard, what we probably all use and love because it comes to us pre-published, ready to go, gives you the themes, tells you how to break it down. It's a follow the yellow brick road kind of program, and that is something like this, The Rocky Railway, by Our Sunday Visitor. Or perhaps you use something else that I myself have used in the past, which is the Catholic Kids Camp. Like this one is obviously the Tracking Mary. We have also done the one where we went on a bus tour through the Vatican City. We have been pirates with St. Patrick. And let's see, what else? Oh, and we were a circus with the saints. So, or go with me on this. If you choose to go the create your own route, you can be the rebels of VBS. You can be the stars, if you will. You can create your own, which is what I have chosen to do, as well as you actually use a pre-manufactured one, as we are lucky enough at Our Lady of Victory this year to have our Vacation Bible School in person as well. But as we all know, during this time of society, a lot of parents are still concerned about sending their kids to in-person things. So I'm going to also incorporate our virtual VBS, which was the program I chose to create, which is the Summer of Saints, using the Saints and Me program books from Leori. Please excuse my pronunciations of these publishers, and publishers, please do not come at me. I'm from Southeast Texas. Accent happens, and learning how to speak phonetically came along. But the wonderful thing about the Saints and Me program is that the booklets also come with an activity book, which, yes, this does basically tell me what to do, but I can also choose to go off rail from it and create my own forms of crafts that could go with it. Now, whether you choose to create your own or use mine, I've also created another program that we did for in-person that was for the whole week, which was the Bedbug Bible Gang. And I know that probably sounds familiar to all of my PCLs out there, because it's a show that airs on EWTN, and they have their videos that you as a PCL can purchase and show. I made a Vacation Bible School based off of those videos and the theme of the bed bugs. The bugs were awesome. The kids loved being bugs in the grass. Those were wonderful because it helped me, because it had the videos set the scene where I could choose. It already told me the Bible story study to use, but then I could choose the different kinds of crafts. I could choose the different kind of get up and move activities that they did. But it still helped me out. The same as with the Saints and Me program that I'm using. When creating, you don't have to completely pull this out, of your mind unless you want to. But you can use these kind of resources where you have a book program that you love or a video program that you love and create your own. Now, when you are creating your own, you are not limited to just one of the media platforms. No. You can use all of them, actually, because when you're choosing your own, you're still, doing all the same things that you would normally do, minus probably snack time. But you can still use all of them. Now, if you're going to use the pre-manufactured ones, which are a 5-day intense kind of version that has it all broken down to 30-minute increments, then of course, the best platforms to use for those would more than likely be your Zoom and your Google Meet, solely that you can get your your normal volunteers who would take like the Bible study portion or the craft time portion or the get up and move activities to help you out. Because like I said, with all of these media platforms, you can film from anywhere. Today I'm filming from my house in my guest room, which is now my stage for videos. Or you can set up a universal meeting area at your church, as long as you have permission from the priest, obviously, and set up a scene, a soundstage kind of there. And we'll go over that later in another video, talking about, if you do choose to do it in a universal area, or you having multiple volunteers and they're going to try and do it from their house, setting up an environment that is more conducive to your Vacation Bible School theme. So, like I said, now if you're using the prefabbed ones, the pre-manufactured from the publishers, obviously you need to make sure that it fits in line with your faith formation. Our Sunday Visitor has a totally Catholic version, as they're calling it, but they also offer ones that are more broad spectrum faith formation. The Catholic Kids Camp does not offer one that's more considered non-denominational, as they are solely a Catholic publisher. The same with some of the more ones that we're more familiar with, Sadler, Ligori, so forth. A lot of them are more Catholic publishers in terms of they are more focused on Catholic faith than the non-denominational ones. Other resources that will send you information about Vacation Bible School is Oriental Trade. Love Oriental Trade because they will have all of the stuff you need, the scene setters you need for your virtual backgrounds that you're going to create, or virtual VBS backgrounds that you will create for your videos or your Google Meets, Zoom Meets. So just make sure that when you're choosing to do the pre-manufactured ones, if you are only going to be presenting to your usual parish youth, then go with a strictly Catholic one. If you are opening it up to a more broader spectrum of people who could usually attend Vacation Bible School, I would still say use the Catholic one, as it's a great way to introduce the Catholicism to those outside of our faith and help them understand our faith, as well as maybe they can then tell you how, well, this is how we do it at my ex-church. But using either of the two forms, your prefabbed or your created your own, you're going to need to remember who your audience is. And if you are not choosing to break them into the normal age group appropriated groups you normally do, and then like in the prefab one, pre-manufactured programs, they have it broken down to age groups. So you can still do those and still do the Google Meet and the Zoom meeting. It's not ideal for doing Facebook Live or YouTube streaming. just simply because you'd have to have multiple time meets for filming sessions, as it was for FaceTime, not Face for Facebook Live. Sorry, tongue twisted brain. Or for the YouTube streaming. Now, if you're just going to pre-record your videos for YouTube and then post them, then obviously, yes, you can do videos for different age groups, for the different crafts, Bible study, and get up and move kind of activities. With the prefabbed one, I did do a little looking into it, talking to some of the manufacturers and to the YouTube administration about copywriting when it comes to the singing and dancing portion. Both were unanimous in that for YouTube purposes, copyright laws still hold into effect. But what you could do is most of the publishers have taken their song and dance videos and put them out on YouTube. So you can type in on Google search, the video you're looking for, find it on YouTube, copy the link to it, and then post it in your YouTube description, and just in your video somewhere say, if you want to continue the fun, go to the link down below and join the totally Catholic Rocky Railway dance crew, or the Catholic Kids Camps crew, and dancing song, the song and dance portions. On Facebook, for Facebook purposes, it's the same thing. You can say the magical words of "I don't own the rights to this song" if you try to do it live feed of the song and dance portion, but the publishers and actually Facebook administration would prefer that you do the same thing with the YouTube and go find it on the video on YouTube, copy, paste the link into either the comment section of your Facebook Live, or on when you repost it, when it goes posting, if you post it up from Facebook after you do the live, put in up above in the description, click the link up above for the song and dance portion, and also say that in your live feed that you're, once this goes posted, we post this, click on the link and go have some fun singing and dancing. I know that's a little hard sometimes because we all enjoy watching them dance and sing, and we want to participate with them, but there are copyright laws. Because when you purchase programs like the Rocky Railway or Tracking Mary, etc., you're actually purchasing a one-time use to copy, to do those songs and dances, to use their material. Now, obviously, yes, they allow you to continue using it every year if you choose to, but like I said, if for virtual purposes, you've only purchased a one-time copyright usage. So it's just easier to do copy and paste a link from YouTube for the video, for like videos. Because I know the Rocky Railway has the kid vids, and some of them are posted on YouTube, and some aren't. And I don't suggest that you, in the background of a video, of a YouTube video, try and show that video, as it does violate copyright laws. I know I sounded very repetitive about these copyright laws, but it is important to remember that while you're doing this virtually, that on those media forms of Facebook and YouTube, you are publicly putting this information out there, and we don't want anybody to come back later and say, you're using my material, and I want you to stop. So now, with with the prefabbed, I mean, the manufactured ones, if you're doing a Zoom or a Google Meet, because those are private sessions, oh, guess what you can do? You can do the song and dance videos. You can show the kid videos. If you're on a desktop or a laptop that has the old school CD-ROM, you can also get an external CD-ROM that you can connect to your laptop if you're doing this via laptop. But on your desktop, when you're doing the two forms of meetings, you can do a screen share and you can show those videos to your whole class without having to do any links and go, all right, later on, go here. So if you do the meetings, you can show videos via screen share. And that does not violate the copyright laws because you are only using it as a one-time event. You're not posting later on any of your video, your meet. You can, if you've purchased the whole program, you can do the record, and you can, I believe you can share via email your meeting. So, a recording of your meeting. So that still doesn't violate that ruling because you're not posting it publicly. You're sending it via an email to a secondary person as a private portion. So that's just some things to remember about the ones that you buy from a publisher is depending upon the media you choose and how long you're planning on doing it. Like if you choose to do a week-long intense version where each day during a pre-announced time and date, then, obviously you have to be aware that if you're doing lives or a live streaming or just a preview recorded video on YouTube, you can't use the videos and you can't use the music from the song and dance portion, or the CD they normally send you with the music to play during, transition times, simply because copyright laws. Now, if you're going to create your own, then, like I said, when I did the Bedbug Bible Game, they did have songs on their videos. But they were familiar songs, they were Old MacDonald's, but they had different wording to them. Because I made that program up, I did have to get permission, if I was going to, you would have to go get permission from the publishers or producers. EWTN, I believe, is the one who holds the copyrights for the video series, the Bedbug Bible Gang, or even if you choose to use if you choose to create a program based off of Cherub Wings, I know that shows on EWTN. You would have to contact EWTN as they are the copyright holders for those videos and get permission to use them if you are going to do a live stream or a YouTube video. If you're doing Google Meet, no, you don't have to have their permission because if you've already purchased the videos, then you've already gained access to show those privately. So that's just something to think about in terms of showing videos. If you're going to show videos or use music, it's better to do the two meeting platforms rather than live streaming or YouTube. With the create your own, like I said, you're creating your own, so you can choose what you use. You can choose what you're presenting and be the rebel, because you can choose any type of book resource, really, to get the information from and create from there the whole thing. And what we're going to talk about now is whether you choose to create or use a publisher, pre-published one, is how do you get these materials out, Miss Amanda? This is crazy. How are these kids going to get the craft stuff? Give me Coffee, love it. Can't go live a day without it. So what you're going to have to do is, obviously, with the pre-published ones, right, they give you a list of all the items you're going to need for craft time or for Bible study time if they're going to do an activity during Bible time. So you can take that list and you can send it out to the parents if you choose to, or you can, if you're lucky enough to have your parish community donate the money to purchase all the supplies you need, like I do at Our Lady of Victory. I'd love to give a great big shout out and thank you to our Knights of Columbus here at Our Lady of Victory, who every year have generously donated all the money that we need to have Vacation Bible School. So thank you. And if you can, in your parish, talk to your Knights of Columbus or your altar society, our altar society comes usually and serves lunch, but this year we, in our in-person version of VBS, we can't serve an actual full hot meal, so they will be helping me choose individually already prepackaged snacks that we can hopefully will be filling. But anyway, I digress, but I'm talking about getting these materials out. You can gather all of them and make what I'm going to be calling for my online one brown bag specials, which will have all the activities for that week. Because the way I'm creating mine is that once a week I will be reading about the saint, but during the course of the week I'm going to post my own my own creation of the activity. So there's a color sheets or there's a word search, and so I plan on Facebook posting my artwork. Yes, I know that's scary. Posting your own artwork, making a live stream, but that's, part of the virtual world here is you're now a public figure. So each week they'll have a drive-through area that the parents can come during Sunday between the hours of 1 and 3 or 1 and 2, however long you want to stand out there with your materials. Parents can drive through the church parking lot and pick up their brown bag of crafts for the week. Or you can do because mine is going to be lasting from June to July. But if you're choosing to do a virtual VBS where it's only literally just 1 week, 5 days, you can put all your supplies in that one bag for that whole week. With, inside, make sure you put that day 1, this is the supplies you're going to need. Day 2, this is the supplies you're going to need. So that they don't have to try and guess, what do I need as they're digging through the bag. So, or if you are doing like I am, where it's an activity page, at times you can scan it into your computer and obviously post it on Facebook. That's the best way to do activity pages. And you can use this year-round as well for just to keep your kids and your families engaged in your faith formation program. Is to continuously maybe scan in an activity sheet. There's quite a few. I know, through the Gospel Weekly, they also, you can use their pages. They offer online resources. Actually, most of the programs now involving anything for faith formation have online resources now that you can copy and paste the link to and post on Facebook for the parents to go and do family activities with. But that's how some of the ways to get the materials out to them. Obviously, if you've done a registration period, so that you know, because you're going to need to if you're going to do Zoom or Google Meet, because you'll have to be emailing the links to your meeting sessions to parents. So obviously, you will have to do a registration, which will help you get the number of kids that will be attending and how much materials you will have to purchase in order to get them, if you're making a brown bag special. If you're not doing the brown bag special, you can obviously email a copy of the list for that day of, and you'll have to do like that one beforehand, probably like 2 weeks before in advance. And probably, occasionally re-email them, like, just a reminder, get your, you're responsible for getting the week's worth of crafts supplies for the kids. So you'll have to, obviously keep reminding the parents, and if the parents are going to be supplying the craft materials rather than the church. But it will be a lot easier if you, the church, provide the materials that coordinate with either your manufacturer, published VBS, or your create your own. I know on create your own, you're probably thinking, well, what if I choose something that doesn't have an activity book that goes with it, Miss Amanda? What if I have to try and come up with my own crafts? Well, that's not a problem. There's a wonderful place called Pinterest. And on there's this wonderful lady who posts tons of things on her little page called Catholic Icing. She has wonderful crafting ideas. And I have actually messaged her, and she's helped me come up with some things on occasion, or point me in the right direction to maybe one of her own blogs that has a specific craft that I could use. Pinterest also, just on the boards themselves, you can just, type in, I'm searching for Saint X crafts, and it'll come up with different crafts. It'll show you different things. You're not alone. There are resources out there to help you out. There's Pinterest. There's just, in general, Googling it. That's my answer to all my kids sometimes when they come up to me with something that I don't know the answer to. It's, let's Google it together. But there are resources. You're not alone. You can even message me. Send me an email. My address, once again, is Schuster, SCHUSTR, all lowercase, DRE, all capital, @gmail.com. And I will gladly help you if you're stuck on a craft idea and you just don't know what to do, or you just want some more information on any of the VBS programs that I myself have created. And so, I hope this was a little bit helpful. If you have any questions, comments, please, you can send them to my personal email. You can send them through Brian or Twyla at the Diocese of Beaumont. They'll get me the info. They'll send it to me. They'll send it straight along to me, and I will gladly get in touch with you. If you would like me to do a video on showing you my bedbug Bible program, like the video and comment down below. And just like when I told you I would explain why they call me Abstract Amanda, I will. But I thank you for joining me on this video. I hope you will join me in the next video on setting up your own video studio, or creating environments at your house or your volunteer's house that will coordinate with your virtual VBS theme. I thank you so much, and may the peace of the Lord be with you. Bye.